Hello, I'm Dr. Gloria Horsley.
And I'm her daughter, Dr. Heidi Horsley.
Heidi and I want to welcome you to Open to Hope Conversations, the podcast.
We believe that the greatest gift you can give yourself after a loss is hope, using this moment to connect with others who have not only survived but thrived.
So let's get started. Welcome to the Open to Hope show. I'm your host, Dr. Gloria Horsley, with my daughter and co-host,
Dr. Heidi Horsley.
Well, Heidi, today we have a very timely question from Elaine. And Elaine says that my mother died of pneumonia last year. Mm-hmm. And all this news about the coronavirus is bringing up all my past fears of death and dying. Wow, Elaine, I can see what's happening. I mean, you lost your mother to pneumonia last year. You have fears of dying. And we're hearing all this constant news about this deadly virus, the coronavirus. So we can certainly understand that it could be difficult, can't we, Heidi?
Absolutely. There's so much going on about the coronavirus, and it's making people really anxious and really fearful. And that's certainly totally understandable.
Yeah. I mean, you're in New York, Heidi, and a lot of people are wearing masks around, you were telling me.
Yes, I'm seeing a lot more masks than I've ever seen on the street. So that gets people anxious because you're wondering, why are these people wearing masks?
And in the news, we're hearing about, how many people have died, how many people have contracted it. It is a fearful time, Elaine. The reality is people are fearful, but it sounds to me like you have an overwhelming fear of death and you're relating it directly to that. It can build on itself. They keep reporting the same thing over and over again on the news and the numbers and those kinds of things. And if you have family members, particularly kids, they can think it's happening constantly and people around you get anxious. You need to stop and ask yourself, Elaine, what is it about your death anxiety and about your mother? Let's get back to what's bringing this up for you. The fact that your mother died of pneumonia. So these situations may be far away in China, but you got something that's happened to you at home. And it's only been a year. I think you have to take care of yourself, don't you, Heidi?
Yes, and I think every time you hear about a death or somebody that's died, it does bring up your own mortality issues. Mm-hmm. And you do get anxious about, oh my gosh, life is short and fleeting and I could die.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So there's a normalcy to it. And one of the things that we suggest that you do if you're having these kind of problems is to try to think about, take control of your life. Are you feeling a little out of control right now? Are there some things that you can do? I mean, pretty basic things that we suggest: drinking water, not alcohol, eating good foods, getting sleep, going for walks, doing exercise. With this coronavirus thing, you may decide you want to take a news break from it. Realize that thinking about death is a natural part of life. And maybe thinking about some of your past rituals or spirituality.
Yeah, I think exercise is really key. And if you're consumed with dying, you might have to thought stop and tell yourself, stop talking about this, distract yourself. Maybe talk to a supportive friend about the fact that you can't stop thinking about these things.
Mm-hmm. And you said your mother died a year ago. You might also be experiencing an anniversary reaction. Mm-hmm. If it's been just a year, take a look at your life. Where are you in your life? And is this really more connected with your grief about your mom? We can use day-to-day problems as a distraction. Our minds are kind of clever that way. We can build up other issues to distract us from some of the past. Losing a mom to pneumonia is a big thing.
It is a big thing, Mom. And I think also when we lose our mothers, we think, wow, we're next in line.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So take a look at that and whether or not this the coronavirus is the basis of what's going on in your life, and look at that and basically take care of yourself and talk to people about the issues. It might be time for you to go back to a therapist, or maybe time for you to rejoin your grief group. Maybe you had a group that you were getting together. If your mom died in hospice, you might want to get in touch with the hospice and see if there is a group. Maybe this is time to look at that primary loss and kind of fold everything into it. Because as I said, we have, the minds can be clever and distract us by the latest current crisis that's going on. Again, it's take care of yourself, look at your past, make a list of things that have helped you in the past, good music, go to good movies, whatever, things that have helped you in the past to deal with your grief and loss. And journaling is a great way, particularly if you think your overreaction to death and loss and that kind of thing. Journaling is a good way to look over this kind of issues and talk to friends, and don't be alone. Reach out.
Mm-hmm. I like that, Mom. I think those are great pieces of advice. And Elaine also might want to join a Facebook support group for people that have lost parents.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yeah. So go online and find a group to join with. And thank you for submitting this question, Elaine, because the reality is you've done a big thing right now. You've already reached out. You've defined your issue right now. That your mother, you've connected the coronavirus with your mother's loss. So you've made that connection and your fear of death. So you're really starting to organize it, don't you think, Heidi?
I do. And I think Elaine's also helping other people because this is not an issue that is just hers. Mm-hmm. The coronavirus is causing many people to have anxiety around their own death.
Heidi and I hope that you will visit us at opentohope.com, where we help people find hope after loss. And again, Heidi and I always want to remind you that if you've lost hope, please lean on ours until you find your own, and God bless.
I'm Dr. Heidi Horsley. You have been listening to Open to Hope, the podcast. You can follow Open to Hope on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. To learn more, visit us at opentohope.com and go to Apple Podcasts to subscribe.
I'm Dr. Gloria Horsley. Join us again next week for another Open to Hope conversation, where we invite you to lean on our hope until you find your own.